let's see if Jacob's number one or somebody beats him tonight to the 5x5. We'll start there. As I'm kind of getting, it's been a long week already and it's only Tuesday. So let's see what we got from all you guys coming here right quick. All right. I'm guessing I should see somebody here pretty quickly because I can see me. And there's Jacob with this 5x5. All right. Good deal. Welcome, everybody. It's been a long Tuesday and a long Monday, if you will. Uh, First off, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who helped Mad Shad yesterday. Just from all you guys here and me on this channel, we raised just under $1,000 for him. So that should be enough to get him started. I obviously have no idea what came over from a Cash App or from what other channels were able to do, but I at least know this family gave him a good head start. So thank you very much for that. I kind of mentioned this morning, but I got the final numbers in for today. Just so y'all know, I'm not taking any more PayPal to help him out or anything like that. They kind of mixed a little bit of that yesterday, and I finally got through again today. But you can kind of understand how that would go. My bank is seeing all these transfers of money to the same person, and it kind of looks a little weird. So, that was probably why it got shut down and everything. But I got that straightened out today. But yeah, we're done. So that would be the end of that one. And Lisa, yes, you're the first one that noticed my haircut. Yes. Y'all said Mrs. Pinball looked prettier than me, so I figured I had to get a haircut and, maybe see if I could get back in your good graces. So, but back to the Mad Shad thing real quick. If anybody did still want to donate, I know a few of you guys have asked about sending him a check or doing whatever somebody had talked about, maybe making him a quilt or something. He now has a post office box. So if you go over to his channel on his video today, he posted it in the description. I also posted it on the community board here for you guys to see, which brings me up to one other thing. A lot of y'all had asked for the map that I had referenced in this morning's video. That is on the community tab. So if you go to the homepage for this channel, you'll see the tabs, it says videos or whatever, blah, 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 community. If you click on that, you'll see the entire map of what the habitation map, if you will, of where we should all be looking at. The one thing I found real interesting about that is there's dark green, I guess, if you will, which is military installations. You all know there's military installations all over the place, okay? The only places that were really still dark green were White Sands Missile Range, north of El Paso there in New Mexico. And then, and maybe there's an Air Force base there, I don't know, but down southern Arizona, where I was, Fort Huachuca, which is where the intel school is for the Army, those are the only dark green places. So it was like, all the other stuff, I don't know, Fort Devens, Mass, or Fort Benning, Georgia, or Fort Knox, Kentucky, or whatever. Those weren't there anymore. So, I don't know what they're planning on doing, but I found it kind of interesting. It was intel and a missile range that they were supposedly going to stick around. So that was it. All right. So as per normal, I want to kind of go over some of the housekeeping stuff, just some of the kind of fun things that I find out and some interesting stuff that we'll probably talk about. So, obviously the interesting stuff in the news. My favorite one this week, if you all saw it, Coca-Cola is a training program to teach their employees how to be less white. So I don't know if we're all expected to learn Spanish or whatever that's going to be, but I guess, being Caucasian or of European descent or anything like that, it, is now no longer any good if you're a Coke. So that was kind of funny. Then the other one, this was a little more serious. Everybody's favorite doctor, and not Dr. Oz, but Dr. Fauci, came out today and said that even if you have been fully vaccinated, i.e. both doses, that's still not good enough to gather with other people or go into restaurants or anything like that. So all that kind of tells me is if somebody's fully vaccinated and that still doesn't make them safe, then why get it? Okay, kind of what we all said anyway. So just an interesting point there. Uh, okay, another interesting one. This one again today. Immigration on the border. If y'all saw Jen Psaki's press conference today, it was very funny because she got questioned from Peter Ducey about the Biden administration building new cages for illegal immigrant children to be put in, and of course now it's okay. We had a beat up on the Trump administration who was working with Obama policies, and oh my God, they're putting kids in cages, but now it's okay to build more as long as there's a Democrat in the White House. So, the double standard there just kind of caught me. Other ones we talked, I think it was Saturday night, maybe it was last Tuesday. Gold was down in the 1700s. Might have been a good time to buy gold. Looks like that might have been pretty good. So gold got back up above 1800 today. Silver got above 28. I went out and bought more silver today and actually was able to get cash out of the ATM, believe it or not. So we got that there. But the things I still tell you guys to watch: the 10-year bond rate, 1.34. Okay, still going up. And the savings rate. Okay, now there's two sides to this one. Savings rate in the United States typically runs around 4%. Okay, lately it's been up to 7%. Now, personally, I think that's a great thing. Okay, people are actually starting to put some money away. Okay. Economically, they're fearing, the government, the economists are fearing that if the savings rate gets up to 10%, which is only another 3, we went from 4 to 7, okay, that's going to start eating into GDP, okay, which of course slows down the economy. Now, everybody goes, oh, stimulus, stimulus, stimulus. Now, all those checks that we got last year, what was it, $1,200 a person, and back in January, it was $600, or was it $300? $600 a person, I think it was. Apparently, only 30% of that money is making it into the economy. The other 70% is being used to pay bills, go into savings, whatever would be, which is good as far as I'm concerned. That's the government needs us in debt. Here's a little figure for you. The U.S. national debt is about $30 trillion. Okay, that's what the government owes. The combined U.S. debt between the government, corporations, and you and me is $80 trillion. Okay, that's how far this country is in debt. All right, so if the GDP goes down, that means debt service gets even higher. That's something else to worry about the economy. So I keep telling you guys, watch the 10-year Treasury and be buying silver. Dollar cost average in, it didn't pull back as much as I thought. It went to 28 today. Whether it goes up or down, who knows? But, buying bits and pieces. So I thought those were some interesting housekeeping ideas, and I see the chat is kind of scrolling, and I usually get behind. So let's go through here real quick. Just start at the beginning, say hello to everybody. 178 of you guys in here right now. Bigfoot's in here. Good deal. I'll talk to him a little bit ago. Wilderness Woman, hello. Marianne Teller, Natasha, whether or not you got to stay. I'm seeing you're tired and sore, so get some sleep. Jacob, we know you're in here, and very good that you had a fortunate day in helping out Chad. I appreciate that. Captain Caveman, Sarah Hancock, Mammy K, Lisa Preps, Brianna, RBF, Calf, Chief Jim, you guys going nuts here. Okay. I'm sorry if I can't say hi to everybody, but if I do that, we're going to have 20 minutes for Q&A. So, of course, good evening to my moderators. I see Jacob's in here. I saw North Shore was floating through. I don't know if the other ones are in, but at least if I see you guys, I will mention it. So, that being said, roll thumb. Please put the questions in all caps. Let's have some fun. Let's do some Q&A. And I got a surprise for you guys at the end tonight. So, we'll kind of go there, but don't let me forget it because I might. All right. Okay. So, Denny Justin Hone. Hi from Australia. Watching the idiot box while waiting for a doctor has been stood down after administering too much lunatic liquid jabs to 2 elderly people in Brisbane. Yeah, I've heard some weird stories coming out. There's not a whole lot of uh, transmission, let's use it that way, and yet you guys are being locked down to what, 5 kilometer, 5 square kilometer areas or whatever where you can go. So just kind of strange. Okay. Let's see. Yes, another comment on my haircut. Teresa, good evening. I try to be as kind as I can and as helpful as I can. So, but you guys, as usual, went above and beyond anything that I expected. So again, thank y'all for helping him out. Now it's up to him. Okay, we gave him the fuel to get the engine running. Now he's got to get the engine running. So. A new beginning. Good evening. That map is kind of scary. We won't have any place to live. Well, that's the whole idea. If you notice all those light green circles, they're going to kind of move us all into cities so they can just kind of keep us all together. And okay, we can watch you here and watch you there. Teresa saying, I'm late. What map? I referenced it in my video this morning. I posted the map in the community section. It's on the habitation areas that are supposedly planned out for the United States, where people will be allowed to live, where they might be allowed to live, and where they won't be. Like I said in the video, my county, where 19,000 of us live, we're a red county. We're not allowed to, nobody's going to be allowed to live here if this all gets put through. So I guess, I just have to lose my house and my land if they have their way. Might have something else coming, so good luck. Yeah, that's what a new beginning again. That's what they all need: intel and fighting missiles. I was stationed at Fort Bliss once. Yeah, I was stationed at Fort Bliss too, so I know it. If you guys didn't notice this, here's another real quick housekeeping one. I guess there was a flight. I want to say it was from Cleveland to Phoenix or something. I was flying over New Mexico last night, and all of a sudden the pilots were flying at like 34,000 feet, at 36,000 feet, something, as they put it, long and cylindrical went over them. The pilots were freaking out because they thought there was a missile that was going over the top of this plane. The airplanes aren't having good luck this week after what happened in Denver a couple of days ago, and now this. It's like, okay, maybe I don't want to be in a plane right now. Bug out Junkie, happy to catch me live. Well, I'm here every Tuesday and Saturday, so but glad you can make it. Let's see, where are we? Sarah, looking at the map, I may need to go a little further north in Indiana. I don't know where you are, but I know I was in Fort Wayne for 10 years, so not really particularly thrilled about going back. I kind of like being down south. There's too much snow up there for me, too. Bigfoot for beard extensions until it grows back. Okay, smartass. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Beard extensions. Yes. See, I told you. I didn't cut it off. It just got a little trim. So, so I don't look like such a ragamuffin. Let's see, where are we here? Yeah, Teresa, depopulation agenda. Yep, that's pretty much it. So, and of course, as soon as I said that, it scrolled up, but we found where we are. Bug out Junkie, where again is that stimulus that they promised? Yeah, they keep trying to throw, all the little extras in there. Oh, we've got to, get mail-in voting or the $15 minimum wage or something. Why they can't do a standalone bill to help people, help businesses, and get the economy going. Why these idiot politicians have to throw all their little pork projects in there, because their ideas aren't good enough to stand alone on their own, so they've got to put them as riders for the rest of this bill. If your idea is so good, you should be able to stand up in front of Congress and go, I've got this great idea. We should pass it on its merits alone. But they can't do that because their ideas are stupid. Okay. Deanna Walters, hello from the UP, and hello back from East Tennessee. Let's see where we go. Teresa, don't worry about apologizing for talking too much. Not at all. I just got to go through where the questions are. John Poole with the ears lowered. Yeah. Okay. I guess I get a few jokes. Hey, North. Okay. Yep. Man Shed. Okay. Good deal. If you heard, I think I told you, between the two of us, what we wound up pulling. So that was good. Bug out junkie, with all the holes in your weather, did you find some holes in your preps? I think we all talked about that. I got my propane heater. Some of you guys have asked. I sent you the link of which one I got. And then, of course, today it was 65 degrees here. So go figure. A week ago it was 10. Let's see, where else are we? Yeah, Bruce Sear, what's up with the Democrats censoring conservative programming? There's another good one. If y'all saw what is going on, there's a couple of congressmen. They're no-name Democrats. Nobody's name that I was even familiar with. But they've got something up in front of Congress right now, wondering why Congress is not looking to kibosh Fox News, not that they're that conservative anymore, but OANN and Newsmax. And they actually sent a letter to the heads of all the cable companies, DirecTV, Comcast, Cox, any of the TV providers, telling them that they need to take conservative news out of their programming. Of course, there was no mention about, the 100% lying news network of CNN. No, of course, we want to have them on 24/7 so everybody can hear those lies. But they're going to actually accuse the conservative channels of spreading false information, right? Oh, I don't know, like what, the Russia hoax, that bastion of truth that we got for 2.5 years. Yeah, let's keep going on that one. So. But yeah, that's literally what your elected representatives are doing in Congress right now. Rather than deal with, I don't know, the economy, they're worried about what's on TV. Chief Jim, the 10-year note's up to 1.3. Me and Alaska Prepper are worried. Is this an early warning sign? Like I said, yeah, as it's climbing, I told you guys where it went from September, and now we're still inching up. Yeah, we hit 2% on the 10-year, and you start worrying about the dollar. We hit 3%, and it's utter chaos. Okay, I did a video 10 days ago or something like that about interest rates, mortgage rates, and stuff like that back in the early 80s, and what the average income was. It doesn't work. Okay, you take a look at your mortgage now, and I'm figuring most people are 3, 4, maybe even 5%. Okay, go back and calculate what do a mortgage calculator online, see what you owe in principal, change that mortgage rate to 17%, which is about where you were getting in 1980, 1981. See what your payments would be, and then tell me if you can still afford your house. Okay, that's the scary part. Okay, we are in a housing bubble. We are definitely in a stock market bubble. Okay, if you look at the appreciation in houses, housing prices are skyrocketing, and we're going to have the same problem that we had in 2008, where all these people have these houses, interest rates were low, and then if the economy doesn't turn around and people start losing jobs again, we go into any sort of lockdown. Now you have all these houses are going to be foreclosed upon. And don't forget, guys, we still have the mortgage and the rent moratorium expiring in a month. Okay, and that's supposedly going to put like 10 million people on the streets. So if you got a good down payment, yeah, you're going to probably be able to buy houses on the cheap. Okay, but yeah, I'm worried about where that 10-year note is. I watch it every day. Okay, it was, like I said, 1.34 today. Fox 3905, can you give a link to the map? The link is on the channel's homepage. If you go to the community tab, I put it up there this morning. So that's there for everybody to take a look at. Teresa, same question. East Tennessee, prepare for this new video soon. Working again is killing me. Working again's a good thing, guys. Let's be happy for that. Yeah, Krylon talking about the $15 vote minimum wage. I guess the Republicans put a counter out there today for a $10 minimum wage. So we'll see how many that comes up with. Uh, Bigfoot Prepper, did I lose some strength when they trimmed my beard? No, I just got to, see a little bit more of my, brawny man shirt. So, okay. What else we got here? Good. Busting my chops. I'm used to it. Let's see. I got to go back up here and find out where we were. There we go. Okay. Ricky Beerlar, here I am to save the day, Mighty Mouse. What was Underdog? Here I am. Here I am to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on the way. I remember that one. I can't remember Underdog. Underdog was my favorite cartoon when I was a kid. Deb, nice haircut and trim. Even my husband agreed. Great. Now I got two people with a man crush on me. Let's see where. Ricky, what happened in Texas with the truck and the train? Yeah, was it Wilderness Woman? I think put something up here that there was another train accident or whatever with oil cars and a hazmat crew coming in. I mean, that makes 5 this year I can count on. But hey, we don't need to have a pipeline because hauling oil over train tracks is so much safer. Doing so well this year too. Amy Arsenault, can I use those red, white, and blue grow, or red and blue grow lights to start seeds, or I need regular white grow lights? No, you can use the red and blue ones. The difference again is the Kelvin and the lumens that you need in the lights, and as long as you meet 2,000 and 5,000, you're good. Okay. The difference between the white and the red and blue is obviously the color spectrum. Okay. If you're just using white lights are fine for starting seeds. They'll be fine for you to get green growth. You need the red and blue if you're going to try to grow, let's say tomatoes inside or something, and you actually want tomatoes. Under a white light, you're not going to get any fruiting, but you need the full spectrum light, the red and the blue, to get it to fruit. You could grow, say, lettuce under a white light and it would do fine. But anything that's going to have cucumber, squash, fruit, anything like that, you need the full spectrum light. So, but if you're just trying to start seeds and you got red and blue, you're fine. It'll work fine. It's just more expensive to buy those lights than the white ones. Yeah, first East Tennessee preparedness. First I boycotted Disney, and it looks like Coca-Cola's next. Ain't that the truth? So when I read the article, my answer was, I guess I'm drinking Pepsi from here. I mean, that's it. They're all going to learn real fast. It's the line: get woke, go broke. Okay, nobody smart in business goes, hey, you know what? Pissing off half the country is a good idea. Okay. I don't care which side you're on. Okay. You don't, in business, you want to appeal to the masses. You're not going to succeed. Look at CNN, look at MSNBC. They've got, minuscule people watching them. Fox News lost half of its viewership. Why? Because they shifted to the left. What'd they do? They pissed off a bunch of people. Okay. Pick any business, you put out a product that the people don't want, they're not going to spend their time, their money, whatever there would be with it. So, it makes no sense to me. You see company after company after company do stupid stuff like this and then wonder why, sales are down and the stockholders are going, what the hell did you do? So, look at ERCOT, the guys running the Tennessee power grid. I guess a couple of the top guys today quit probably before getting fired for completely doing stupid stuff that caused half of Texas to go without a power during a snowstorm. Granted, it's Texas, but you know what? You get weather in Texas. Hurricanes, anybody? Tornadoes, anybody? Hey, it's a snowstorm. It wasn't like an earthquake went off. I mean, that you could probably be, deal with. This was a freaking snowstorm. Patriot Ref, the market's going to crash. I told you guys I still am firmly convinced that we'll see the Dow under 20,000 again this year. Coke sponsors BLM too. Yeah, there's another reason. Uh, okay, where are we? Paul Taylor, they will be big deflation first and hyperinflation. Yeah, that's kind of how the market's looking. It's just going to go like that. I mean, and I don't want to try to get totally into the economics of all of this, but yeah, you're right. That's exactly how it's going to happen. We're going to have deflation in some uh, classes, and then we're going to have hyperinflation across the board. RC Cole is awesome. There you go. Whoops, and we just scrolled up to the top. Hang on, gotta find you guys again. Okay, caught up. All right, where were we? Linda S. Letters to King mentioned you in his last two videos. Yeah, Constantine and I talk a few times a week. So keep on going on. It was kind of funny. He's now getting some of the trolls. So I guess somebody in there threatened to turn him into the CIA and contact the Kremlin. It's like, some people just have nothing better to do in life than, oh my God, I think I'm going to go sit there and cause trouble on YouTube today. Okay. I mean, come on, we've got one downvote on this video already. And I mean, I get a kick out of it. Every video I put up gets two. And I think I know who they are too. They're just jealous. But that's beside the point. North Shore, you can finally tell that I wear his shirt. Wait, you don't want to see this? Glass Gatto, will the mortgage moratorium ever go away? Will they just forgive mortgages like student loans? Well, here's the problem. They're not forgiving student loans. Biden's already said that's not happening. Okay. They're not going to forgive mortgages. Okay. Because remember, the bankers are all the ones that are, Wall Street, where the mortgages are. Okay. Back the Democrats. They're certainly not going to piss off the people that back them, the money, and say, hey, we're going to put you out of business. I mean, think of the money the banks would lose if all of a sudden they just said, oh, here's your house deed. Okay. That's not going to happen. So nothing, student loans, mortgages, nothing are going to get foreclosed on. And forgiven. And, when enough of the people that need those mortgage payments to come in, put enough pressure on, it's like, okay, we'll do this for you for a while. We'll do this for you for a while. But the banks aren't going to go, yeah, forever. You know what? Just pay us back when you can get to. I mean, think about it. If somebody says about your car sitting out in your driveway or your house right now, yeah, here's the keys to the car. Here's the keys to the house. Pay me back when you get a chance. Are you ever going to pay them? There's always something that's more important. Okay. Oh my God. You know what? I need to go to the Grand Canyon for a vacation this year. What about your mortgage? Who cares? They said pay when I can. I can't. I'm going to the Grand Canyon. It'll never happen. So the moratorium will end. And for the sake of landlords, I mean, the ones I feel for the most are, like I told you guys before, we owned a condo in Vegas before we moved out here that we rented out via Airbnb. But you get those people, the people that own a property, an extra house that they rent out or something. Those are the people that are taking it in the shorts. Okay. Granted, the guy who owns, the apartment complex or whatever, let's say Donald Trump, they're losing money hand over fist too. But, I don't think the people at that level are going, okay, I'm counting on the rent that I get from that building to pay my mortgage or put food on my table. I mean, for a lot of people, that's their income. So, those are the ones that I feel for the most. Liz H. Tried for the last 3 days to call Fidelity, but keep getting a message saying, sorry, can't get to folks due to the weather. Yeah, considering Fidelity's based out of Boston. Okay. Now, obviously it's winter. Okay. And I lived up there. And I know that there's plenty of snow. I mean, I can remember, snow piles, 12 feet high from the plows, putting them outside the parking lots. But they're used to it up there. They have the equipment and everything to move it. So, yeah, I'm calling BS on that too. C-Max, hey, wait, good to see you. And thank you for putting that community board in there for the map. I appreciate that. Uh, David Williams, thumbs up for the mods. Keep the channel clean. No trash allowed. Yes, I appreciate that as well. And it looks like they've done a pretty good job getting all the riffraff out because the last few videos, I haven't seen any to speak of the people deleted, unless you guys are deleting them so fast I don't even see them. There we go. Neither here nor there. When Polly's in trouble or when help is needed, I'm not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go. Underdog is here. There we go. Thank you. I love to see the old Underdog cartoons again. God. Okay. Yes. C-Max saying, I heard Pepsi donates to DNC. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Pepsi. I mean, both Pepsi and Coke are big supporters of the DNC. So no big deal there. Deanna Walters, which propane heater did I get? Do I have it here? Hang on, I can look real quick. Did I save it in my bookmarks? Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. No, I didn't save. Shoot me an email. I'll find the link after we're done here, and I can email it over to you if you wanted to know. Right. Spock's Brand Coke also owns Sprite, Minute Maid, Gold Peak Tea, Fanta, name a few. That Coke owns a whole lot of stuff. Coca-Cola. Nice. Oh, yeah, good one-liners. Need new bumper stickers. Yeah, I'm not able to read them as fast as you guys are. Yeah, Nicole saying 3 or 4 resigned today at ERCOT. Right. Okay, where are we going? Scroll. Prepper 007. That flannel shirt's got to be a Tennessee shirt. No, actually, this was one I bought in Vegas. It was J.C. Penney, but I bought it in Vegas. Uh, but I like my flannel shirts in the winter. I don't care where I am. Flannel shirt, and turtleneck. Keeps me nice and warm. Yeah, lift up the beard. Buddy, okay, prepping plumber, Buddy Brown. I don't know who that is. Dropped the song "Be Less White" for Coke. I gotta find that. I'm assuming it's probably on YouTube somewhere, or I'm hoping it's a parody. Lisa Preps, my favorite '70s show. It had to be Happy Days. I mean, I was a kid, and I mean that was God. I remember what was I? 70. I was born in '66, so figure I was 10 years old. You're what, third grade, fourth grade, something like that. And I remember, everybody wanted to be Fonzie, and I mean, we're all the kids, but that was the show that we got to watch. And we got to watch Laverne and Shirley afterwards, but mom and dad made us go to bed before Three's Company came on. So we never got to watch that. And after I saw it when I was older, then I understood why. So, Underdog was a cartoon of the 60s. Okay. I mean, again, it was early 70s when I saw it. I mean, I don't remember Saturday. I don't remember. I mean, come on, you're asking me to remember 50 years ago. Uh, what was on TV 50 years ago? Okay, SH, second attempt at a question. Do you ever watch Glenn Beck with the Blaze? Opinion. I used to watch Glenn Beck years and years and years ago, and then Glenn Beck went completely off the deep end. And when he became a never Trumper and everything like that, me and Glenn Beck just disappeared. Uh, that was the end. I haven't watched Glenn Beck in years. Kojak, okay, was never a Telly Savalas fan in that show. The only thing I liked Telly Savalas in was A Dirty Dozen. That was a good movie, but that again, it was Kojak was probably mid 70s again too. So yeah, I probably wasn't old enough to appreciate it. Gibson Girl, I've had 2 days off since November to try to keep up. What happened to the Beagle? We finally caught him. We kept him in the house. We got him warm, thank God, before all this weather came in. But the other 2 dogs weren't having anything to do with it. We kept them in one of the bathrooms one night, and our corgi was just at the door trying to get in any way he could. And we know the dog. The dog is not a big fan. I mean, he killed our cat So yeah, he's not. We wound up giving the dog to the shelter, so no kill shelter, everything. Dog's fine, but we were even talking about him today. We'd love to keep him, but it would not have been a happy household. So as even they said they wouldn't have any problem finding somewhere for him. I mean, people around here love the beagles and stuff like that, so they're good hunting type dogs. And of course, we scrolled up as soon as I did that. There we go. Oh wait, I guess we didn't go too far. How many can I name? Okay, Ricky, I don't know what I mean, you see Kojak, Rockford Files. How many can you name? I don't know. Let's see. You had what? Fantasy Island, The Love Boat. God, what the hell else was MASH? Obviously, Mary Tyler Moore. Crap, I'm running out of ideas at that point. The Equalizer. Yeah, that was a good show. I can't remember the guy's name. A heavy set guy. Remember his girlfriend, Sweet Polly Purebred. Yes. Okay, where are we going here? Gilligan's Island. That was when I just flipped that back real quick. Let's see. Penelope Pitstop and Dudley Do Right. Was that the Wacky Races? I remember that. Barney Miller. There's another good show. Night Stalker. That I don't remember as a TV show. I mean, just as a serial killer. Starsky and Hutch. Huggy Bear. Yeah, okay. Archie Bunker. That was one we never watched. My dad could not deal with Carol O'Connor. Gunsmoke. We grew up north. I mean, the Westerns weren't something I grew up with. Was Mad Shad in here? I see Tennessee Tactical saying something here. But Tennessee Tactical mentioned the P.O. Box info. Tennessee Tactical, I put it on the community board here for you guys. And if you go to Mad Shad's video from today, I think it's about 25 minutes long. It's what he titled it. I found off-grid neighbors or something like that. In the description there, he's got his P.O. Box address too. Hill Street Blues was the 80s. So got you on that one. That show I remember. David Williams, what do I think of Disney putting disclaimers on the Muppets, Peter Pan, everything? Again, it's stupid stuff. Why? I mean, you think about the cartoons that we grew up with, okay? I mean, Popeye and the Three Stooges. I mean, granted, not a cartoon or everything like that. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, all that. Tom and Jerry. You can't show these to kids anymore because, they're racially insensitive, or, they glorify violence, or, Elmer Fudd's got a gun, or whatever it would be. You know what? We didn't all grow up to be serial killers and murderers and everything like that. We have more common sense than the idiots now who are watching Teletubbies and all of that. That's, telling them, well, gee, you know what? You don't have to decide whether you're, XX or XY. Yeah. So again, it's pandering to the woke crowd, who is the epitome of everything that is wrong in this country. There's another one I forgot. 70s TV shows: The $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman. How about that one? Lee Majors actually grew up about 45 minutes from here in a little town called Middlesboro, Kentucky, which is just a little burg right over the border, but they've got a big sign that says home of Lee Majors. So I thought of that one. Lee Marvin was great in The Big Red One. Yes, it pisses me off when everybody calls it The Big Red One. It's not. It's The Big Red One. If you look at the patch on the shoulder, it's green pentagon, little one in it. The Big Red One. Pronounce it right. It's on Pluto, a whole channel of Three's Company. Oh my God, yeah. Bonanza. I've watched some Bonanzas. I've got older. Soul Train. There you go. Yeah, probably not something I watched though. They'll probably go over real well at Coke right now. Deplane. Hervé Villachez. God, all the trivia. Soap. If you wouldn't have mentioned that, there's one I wouldn't even have remembered. Mork and Mindy. Yeah, that was another good one. Mork and Mindy. Well, no, okay, there's a trivia question for you. What TV show did Robin Williams get his start on? And it wasn't Mork and Mindy. Okay, let's see. Got to scroll back up here. Hang on. Okay, I'll go catch your Little House on the Prairie. Remember that? I would get into TV shows. Bradford Homestead made venison stroganoff. That sounds good. Yeah, never thought. I mean, not that I have any venison in the house, but that sounds good. Never thought of that. Treasures in Kentucky. This will be a three-parter. Trump can run for Congress in 2022 in Florida. Yeah, actually he can, because he's not forbidden from running again. Grizzly Adams. There's another show. The Fall Guy. Fall Guy was 80s and 90s, but that was Lee Majors again. Yeah. If he wins the seat and Republicans take over the House, he could be Speaker. Yeah, I mean, he'd have to be. Yeah, it'd be nice to throw McConnell out, or not McConnell, McCarthy out. Let's see. Happy Days was good until they killed off Pinky Tuscadero, and Potsy didn't marry Joni. Chachi married Joni. And Pinky Tuscadero, she got kicked off the show because apparently nobody could stand the real person. She was apparently a real piece of work, and nobody liked working with her, so that's why they got rid of her. Greatest American Hero. We always used to watch that show when I was a kid. That was good. William Katt. I remember that. You'll love how I know all this stupid. If you ever have a Trivial Pursuit game and you want 70s TV, this is the guy. Pink Panther or Mr. Magoo. Yes. Pink Panther was Peter Sellers in the movies, and Mr. Magoo was same guy that played Thurston Howell. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Jim Backus. Okay, where we go? Airwolf. That's 80s again. Yeah, I remember that. That was that was the guy's name. 3 names. Shit, can't remember his name. Stumped me. Okay. I hope Walt Disney files bankruptcy. Not me, because my gift to my daughter when she was born was Disney stock, and she hasn't sold it yet. So that was kind of what she was supposed to pay for college with, and she decided to hold on to it. So, Daisy Duke, there you go. Speedy Gonzalez was awesome. It's not like Peter was showing his pan, right? There you go, Squatchy. Good deal. Yeah, Teresa, let your kids watch the old cartoons. How did we wind up in TV on a prepping show? Okay. Well, Lee Majors in the Big Valley. There you go. Magnum PI was 80s. Charlie's Angels was 70s. Charlie's Angels at the beginning, when it was Farrah, Jacqueline Smith, and Kate Jackson. That was the best one. They brought in Cheryl Ladd or whoever the other chick was. That's when the show went downhill. There you go. A New Beginning. Yes, the Big Red One. Yes, your first unit. So you know exactly what I'm talking about by people saying it wrong. Jan Michael Vincent. Somebody just said it when I was looking at there. I remembered he had 3 names. Okay, My Favorite Martian was the 60s. Cannon, Mannix, Barnaby Jones, Rockford Files. That was another good one. Let's see. My Favorite Martian. I think I said that was the 60s. Squad 50 or Engine 51. Emergency. That was the TV show. Yeah, Emergency was that Kevin Tighe and Randolph Mantooth. Told you. Let's see. Jeep is being targeted. Oh God, you got to be kidding me, Patriot Ref. They want the name Cherokee off their vehicles. Unbelievable. You know, I mean, Cherokee's only been around since what? Early 70s. At least my dad worked for American Motors back in the late 60s, early 70s when Jeep was still AMC. My Three Sons that might even gone back to the 50s. I know it was 60s. That was still black and white. Family Affair. Was that Brian Keith? I know one of the kids OD'd, and I forget what the other one did. Uh, Nanu Nanu Shazbot. There you go. Lisa Preps. Evil Knievel. Yeah, he was, I mean, not TV show, but yeah, he was big in the 70s, huge. The Munsters, that was late 60s. I don't know if they crossed into the 70s. If they did, maybe it was 1970. Wilderness Woman, the Indian Maiden came off of the Leinenkugel's label. Yup. Let's see. Why are we SH? Why are we talking about TV shows? I don't know. I'm just reading the comments. This is apparently what you guys wanted to talk about, so I kind of following along. It's like, okay, we'll get through the TV shows. But yeah, if somebody wants to throw a prepping question at me, please do. Okay, Treasures in Kentucky. His first act could be impeaching Joe and Kamala. That would be a great idea. I'm assuming you're back to if Trump wound up Speaker of the House. If he works it out, he could finish Biden's term and still run. Yeah, that's true. He could. Let's see, if Trump ran, won the Congress, the seat in the Congress in the House, became the Speaker of the House, he'd be third in line for presidency. So then, if they impeached both Biden and Kamala, then he would be president. Yeah, that's actually how it would work. Nice. I don't think anybody's thought of that one. I certainly that never crossed my mind. SH Mad Chat update for those who missed the beginning, in case you mentioned it. Yeah. At least I'll kind of go over again from all of you guys. We raised just under, you guys and me combined, because I'm part of you guys. We raised just under $1,000 for him. I got that all over to him. Most of it yesterday. Some of it had to go today because of the holds that my bank was putting on it, saying, okay, because I mean, again, you got to understand all these transactions going through. My bank was like, is he laundering money, or what's he doing here? Or is his card stolen? Because there's all these transfers from my account to the same one, and so they stopped it. I got the last over there this morning, and so that's it. So again, like I said to everybody at the top, if Shad's got a post office box now, if you want to send him something, it's on his link. I put it on the community tab here. Please don't send me anything else via PayPal or anything like that. You can do it through his Cash App, or you can mail him something directly. He's set up for that now. Eyes to See. Underdog is on YouTube. With all the prepping videos I watch, and trying to do my job at the same time, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find Underdog videos as a good use of my time. It's like, between 6 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock at night, I'm usually doing something pretty much nonstop. So stopping for an Underdog, probably not going to happen, though I might find one. Okay, I'm going to see, because I think this thing shot up on me again. And that's all TV shows again, so I think we're going to be done with TV shows. Metal for breakfast. Okay, but Mountain House beef stroganoff. I don't know if you could freeze dry Mrs. P's, but it probably tastes better. Car 54, Where Are You? That was Fred Gwynn, and I don't remember the other guy, but yeah, he went from Car 54, Where Are You to the Munsters. Okay, just had to throw that one up. What kind of, Ricky asks, what kind of generator are you looking at buying? Haven't decided yet. I figure I probably need one that's got 9,000 to 10,000 running watts, so I can run my furnace and my well pump off of it. And I know somebody asked, why the hell would you run a generator to run your furnace? Okay, now mind you, where I am, I've got a heat pump. All right, so heat in the winter, cool in the summer. It gets to 100 degrees here, high 90s for sure, for a good month, and we've got 95, 100% humidity. If I don't have something to kind of do a little bit of that, and get mold growing all over the place. Okay, so we've got to control that as well, because it's a very humid climate. So yeah, the efficiency side of things of running a generator to run heat, an example, sure, I get what you're saying. It's better, use gas for something else. Okay, I'm gonna get dual fuel. I'm gonna run off propane anyway. Okay, because my heater's electric. That way, it kind of be a propane heater, a gas heater at that point. But it's again, this is a backup. Okay, I'm not going to run my generator all the time. Haven't decided on brands yet. Haven't got that far. One of you guys who lives here near me has a friend who's an electrician, so I'm waiting for him to get back with me. So I want to get him to come out here so he can tell me exactly what I need in a generator, hooking up a transfer switch, all that sort of stuff, because that's beyond my capacity. Two things I don't play with is electric and plumbing. Okay, anything else I'm fine with, but if I flood my house out or burn my house down, I'm not. I'll let a professional do it. TJ's question: do I have a get home bag, and is it missing cash? Yes, I have a get home bag, and no, it's not, because after we got the silver today, I stopped and got the cash out of the ATM machine to put it back. So yes, we are good there. Bruce here, did I decide to live on a generator? No. I mean, we're still grid and everything like that. I mean, I want the generator for backup. We priced out to run the whole house on solar, and that's just ridiculous. So the only way I'm going to be able to do solar is to do maybe lights, refrigerator, but because the entire house is electric, like I said, heat pump, electric water heater, well pump, washer, dryer, just the way the house was built. I mean, like I said in the video the other day, why they put a 500-gallon propane tank in to run the stove, no idea, but maybe the lady that bought the house or whatever loved cooking on gas, and that was it. But everything else is electric, so I'm not going to go start replacing furnaces and replacing perfectly good water heaters and everything like that just to change fuel type. But no, we're going to get the second generator to power having water is important, and heat or air conditioning is going to be important. Now, granted, I understand they are, resources that will expire. Okay, but you do what you can, right? And so that's kind of the game plan. Prepper 007, if everything's shut down, how long would you be good? I've got a year's worth of food. Obviously, you guys know what I've got in the way of gardens. So food-wise, I'm not worried about it, okay? I mean, would I lose weight? Sure, because I'd be eating a lot of vegetables. Water-wise, got a well pump, okay? And I also do have a hand pump on the well. We're fine there. Protein-wise, what I can't eat out of the garden, I'm going to have to fish for, okay? I mean, sure, like I said, I can hunt squirrels or whatever it would be. The biggest concerns that Mrs. P and I have, and this is what we talked about after the storm, and this is what got our butt in gear, was heat. And so I've got the propane heater on the way to get that installed. So, eventually after I get the second generator that I was just talking about, the grid power is going to be primary. My secondary will be the big generator, and my alternate will be the propane heater. So at that point, they'll have 3 ways to heat. Maybe we look into a wood stove eventually. That will probably be it. I just got to figure out where the hell it would go in the house, because the way this house is set up, there isn't if either there's porches over it, or I've got a 2-story roof with windows in front of it to be on an exterior wall. And obviously, you don't want to put a wood stove on an interior wall. So that's one I've got to figure out. I haven't got that far yet. I'm trying to get the other things done first. But eventually, that will be in the plans. Just got to figure out how to make it work. Deb K, this is a prepping test, memory reflex. I have no idea what you're talking about. So if you're asking me to remember something, I fail. Tennessee Tactical, how do I start my potatoes? Hang on, when do we start potatoes out here? Because I'm thinking you're somewhat close to me. Bear with me, let me pull it up. Potatoes go in around mid-April. So we've still got 6 weeks. When you're putting it in, you're going to dig a hole or a trench, if you will, 4 to 6 inches deep. Okay. Put your tomatoes in, eyes pointing up, cover them with dirt. When they start to come out of the ground, when you start to see the green, cover the green up a little bit. Leave just a little pink so it can keep growing. You want to, it's called hilling. You kind of want to get it up. You're not building a mountain or whatever, but you're going to kind of cover it. Reason being is the tubers that you're growing have to be under the dirt, because if they come above, they will turn green, and green potatoes are poisonous, so you don't want to be eating those. So you hill them up to give them a little bit more protection and cover, and dirt to grow under, because the tubers will grow basically at the same level that you plant the plant, roughly. They're going to be in that 6-inch area deep. But you know how potatoes are. They can grow up, they can grow this way, anything like that. And if they grow up, turn green, now you got part of a bad potato. So that's why you hill them. And then again, like on my spreadsheet, I don't remember, so many people asked for it, so I don't remember if I sent to you. The fertilization for potatoes is real easy. Lisa Preps, I'm assuming you're saying butane propane combo tanks for, I don't know. That one I don't know. I mean, the only thing I know butane is, a cigarette lighter or something like that. So that one I don't know. I have no idea what butane would be used for in a house. Maybe somebody else in here knows and can answer that. Nose picking. How do you prepare for a death in the family? Way too many variables in that one. I mean, is it the, 95-year-old grandmother, or is it the 7-year-old daughter? I mean, every situation is going to be different. I mean, there's no way to answer that question. Amy Arsenault, you got your generator going. Good deal. Damn it. Holy crap, we're 5 till. All right, I'm not going to try to scroll all the way up there. Braven X, ever look at tri-fuel generators? I've never even heard of a tri-fuel one. And if you're saying propane, natural gas, or gasoline, natural gas is useless to me because there's no gas companies out here. So I've got dual fuels all the way I'm going. Bruce, look into an interlock kit. A couple of people have said that interlock rather than a transfer switch. I will look into both. David Williams, shave the beard and you're ready to re-enlist. No, Mrs. Pinball did not cut my hair. I did go to the barber. And if I re-enlisted, yeah, Uncle Sam would probably want me to lose quite a bit of weight. I'd be doing a whole lot of running. Because like I said, I'm pushing 295, pushing 300 occasionally, depending on how much, what Mrs. Pinball cooked the night before. Okay. TJ Squatchy, what's the number one thing you need to teach Mrs. Pinball to do if I'm down? She's probably medical. The one thing I think we could both use more is medical skills. I mean, she's well versed with weaponry, so we're good there. Not a problem whatsoever. So yeah, I'd say medical would probably be where both of us could use some more training. All right, it's 2 minutes too, guys, and I promised you something here. So let me look at this up real quick. And I'm not going to tell you what yet, but let's get the refresh. So as of right now, we have 9,285 family members. Okay. When we hit 10,000, which you guys go, oh my God, that's 715 away. At the speed we're growing, it's probably a week. All right. I'm going to do something that is going to be very special for everybody. All right. But there's going to be some fun with it. So it's not just going to be something easy. You guys are all going to have to work a little bit for this one. So I just wanted to tease you that. So keep an eye on the sub count, because when we get to 10,000, I want to have some fun. Mrs. Pinball and I were working a little bit on this today. So keep an eye, but that's what we got. I know it's coming up on 9 o'clock, and I forget. I know Prepping 101 goes on at 9 o'clock, and I want to say, was it does Ed go on? Does Prepper Nurse 1 go on? Somebody else goes on at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, and I don't want to tramp. I mean, I know Bear's on at 9 o'clock. There's a bunch of them, but I want to let you know and just kind of give you that. So keep an eye on the numbers, but it'll be announced in a video, and then it'll all be done on a live stream. I will tell you that. Okay. So you guys have a good night. Happy Tuesday. Stay warm out there. I'm hoping for more 60-degree weather. Pinball out.